to another episode of Roll or Die. Today we have for you, he's a big name, he's a big guy, and he is here with us. He is a fourth degree black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. We bring to you Fabio Galeb of Galeb Brothers. Thanks for joining us, Fabio.
Thanks so much, guys, for invite me to be on this amazing podcast. It's a pleasure to be here to share a little bit, my history, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Awesome, man. Well, let's start with, you're obviously Brazilian. So let's start about the journey.
We love the accent too. I think we need to get more Brazilians on. Too many gringos with no accent. We need more to hear this accent, and we love it because Tiago Stefanuti was Anton's and my coach. So he left 3-4 months ago, and so we've missed hearing this accent. So please, we want to hear you talk as much as possible.
That's right. So tell us a bit about
and also as well, let me know, sometimes my accent is very strong still. If you guys don't understand anything, let me know. I try to pronounce it a little bit more clear.
Cool. No, that's fine. Did you learn English? Did you just learn English when you came here, or you already had some English?
No. When I come to Australia, I could not speak any English.
That's
it was very hard in the beginning because I could not communicate with no one. So then I make some decisions, back in the day to help me to improve my English. Like I also live in Maley, North Sydney, where I think a lot of Brazilians live around there. So I also live in this Brazilian community. But I say, for me, I hate study and I need to learn English. So what's the way I need to do? I need to move to the west suburbs. Everybody thought I was crazy. But for me, it was the best decision I did. So I went to move to Penrith, where James Terhuna, Taito Uvasa, Pedro, they are all from the area, So make the decision for move to West for improve my English, and same time for a better training of MMA back in the day.
Wow.
So.
That's amazing. So you just threw yourself in the deep end, man. You were just like, the only way to learn English is to put myself in the fire.
Exactly. The only way to learn English and to improve back in the day also to fight MMA, to improve my MMA skills is going to, where these beasts are, like I say, everybody know West Suburban City is a little bit rough area, so you need to go there. People don't have much to do, just, like to train, like to fight. And so that was one chance for me to improve my English and improve my strike as well.
And Taito Uvasa, man. So is he a friend of yours? His career is
going. Like I said, that's make me feel a little bit older, but like I say, he used to be a little kid coming out the gym, around 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
Coming out there, big fat guy, and, training fast. Very talented kid, and now you see where he is, on the top heads.
Wow.
Yeah. And you've also trained with Mark Hunt and Michael Bisping, is that right?
Oh.
Yeah. So I was training, I was to be the punch bag of these guys, I was to be the spar partner of Mark Hunt and the James Terhuna. Then I got hired for go training Michael Bisping when he did the Tough House versus Mayhem Miller. So he, on the final, the coach would fight, versus each other. So he hired me for be there, his spar partner, and help him training for fight Mayhem Miller, So bring me close to him and the Rampage Jackson as well. So give me a lot of opportunities. But like I said, being a punch bag.
I'm always fascinated by this, right? Like, let's say there's you and then there's Michael Bisping, right? For example, what is the difference in the level between a Michael Bisping and a you? Like, if you're the punching bag, how close are you to being the guy who could get on that card? Do you have to be very closely matched anyway? What's the difference?
Yeah, I think my problem back in the day used to be the management. I like the guys have a manager, the guys have a more for the fact he moved to America, so have more opportunities the case of management, so like I said, we for sure, he's a tough fighter. Like I think can never have a chance to go into the top, like for fight. I suppose signed the contract for Pride back in the day, but UFC bought the Pride, and I have opportunity, like say, his manager saw me sparring, saw me strike because he invited me to the camp training with Michael Bisping there. And he just said, Fabio, we need you to fight a little bit more. We need more numbers in fight. In the Australia back in the day, used to not have that many MMA fight, so like the way it is right now. So it would be very hard to find a fight for me, especially for the fact you are black belt jiu-jitsu. In Australia, jiu-jitsu is very new sport. We have a lot of strikers. We have a lot of guys who like to do ground and pound, but have guys with good ground game back in the day. So it would be so hard to find a fight for me, like because the guy said, "Oh, whoa, he's a black belt jiu-jitsu, so now I don't want to take a risk, He's gonna put me on the floor and gonna submit me." So I ended up it was so hard to find fights for me. So
even
MMA, and even MMA, even Brazilian jiu-jitsu, because when I come here, big boy, black belt. No many black belts in Australia back in the day, so I could know. I put my name on the competitions, and so also not have no one to compete because what I mean. You're a big guy, so I end up migrate to MMA, and the MMA I found the same issues. So now, after so many years, now we have more black belts in Australia. We will have more people to fight. So I come back to BJJ, So you see how it is.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That gives me hope then, because I'm in that point now. There's not many female black belts for me to compete with. So there's eventually. I'm hoping they're coming up. They're slowly, but tell us about when you started in jiu-jitsu. How did you get started? So you've been here for a while, but in Brazil.
Yeah, my brother is a 5th degree black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu as well. There in Brazil, my brother is always been passionate so much for Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Love Brazilian jiu-jitsu so much. I'm gonna put the lights on here for make better view. So
you already look fantastic. But go for it, brother. Go for it.
Yeah. So love Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He's very fanatic for Brazilian jiu-jitsu, more than me. And like I said, my old brother, I was getting involved. Like he always pushed me to train, come on, let's come training. I thought I'm gonna be professional bull rider.
Wow.
So it's completely different. Yeah. So to be a little bit a cowboy there in Brazil. So he always, push me, come on to training, come help us, come help me in the training. So slowly I also do jiu-jitsu just because I used to be a little fat chubby kid.
But did you start when you were a kid or older?
Yeah, I started like 14, 15 years old, like 13, always been the martial arts. I did the Aikido as well. I was purple belt in Aikido. Then I migrated for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because of my brother. And my brother started in 1993, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So, that brother excited, come home, show me, oh, look what I learned today. I also be again, another punch bag for him.
Always a punching bag.
I think all my life I just been punch bag for people. So,
Man.
Wait, but you're like 120 kilos here, Fabio.
Very heavy.
No. Like I also fight in 91. I fought Hector Lombardi, 91 kilos. I'm getting older. Yeah.
When was that?
That was in 2009, 2000.
That's when he was super scary, man. He's a scary guy, and that was right in his.
When he was fighting MMA every weekend. He was bashing everybody every weekend. And I told him, come on, this little guy not going in the air. He's a powerful fighter,
What happened in that fight, man? Talk us through that fight.
I got a knockout.
You knocked him out, or you got knocked out?
No, he knocked me out. I wish I could knock him out, So he had, like I say, because this I moved to West Suburb because my strike I also have jiu-jitsu, but I also do boxing in Brazil as well, amateur boxer. But I said I need to improve my strike because this I moved to West Suburb in Sydney, where I have a lot of strikers there. But so when my brother, like say, will come back to my brother's stuff, like come back home, my brother teach jiu-jitsu. become your friends, you know, train jiu-jitsu. He knew all the history about Brazilian jiu-jitsu, about the great family, how it starts. So he was very fanatic for jiu-jitsu, and he still lives of jiu-jitsu in Brazil. So he ended up, you know, dragging me to this way. You know, then I moved to Australia. I said, gonna, you know, work, make some money, come back to Brazil, buy my land, and, you know, come here, start to realize I could work Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know, I never expected to be where I am. You know, the life taking me to a direction, you know, to be like a gym owner, you know, a businessman, and like build up my life under Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But the life taking me to that direction.
And all because you're riding human beings instead of bulls, man. So there you go.
Exactly.
Your top game.
I want to hear about that. I want to hear more. How did you get into that?
And did you actually ride bulls? Did you get as far as?
Yeah. I have few pictures still, but I used to be so bad on that. I used to be like, I thought I was to be a good cowboy, and the people said, you will be really good, but I said, nah. I could not train jiu-jitsu properly because my elbow sore falling off the bulls.
Oh, right.
My elbow, my knee was so sore. Yeah. My whole body was sore of the fall of the bulls. Then my brother, come on, why you not been training? I said, oh man, I'm a little bit in pain, eh? Yeah, I used to be crazy kid. Like I used to be very fearless when I was young. You know, like when I come to Australia, like the way I was spar with people. I also no respect. I also respect, but I also be fearless. I also don't care, don't give, you know, a damn. And I used to punch anyone. I also like now I start to have a little bit more fear because now I have my daughter, I have business. But back in the day, I used to be like very fearless and
something for
like I said, I used to be like that, man. I have enough to lose. Yeah. So when I spar Mark the first time, the guy said, Fabio, then tell my coach back then to Marcelo Rezende, he said, man, tell this guy to hold back a little bit, man, because, you know, he been going to full on with Mark. So as soon as I finished the sparring, I received Marcelo got a call from Mark, man, I want to bring this boy again, because that's already the type of spar he needs. So a lot of people respecting him, so no going full on him, so no help him improve. And because I was just a new kid in the town, didn't know much about Mark, I was going full on for spar versus him, you know. So, and that's what he need. You know, like when you train jiu-jitsu, you have the people who respect you too much, and don't help you improve.
True. Yeah.
You know, like even here in my academy, when I train with my students, you know, a lot of people come with, like I call a lot of people attention here, like, come on, man, don't come soft for me. I want you to come hard. I want you to come for tap me out, because that's how I'm gonna improve. You know, no people coming rolling with respect to me. I say, I appreciate your respect on the mats, both professor, but in the rolling, your respect is not gonna help me improve. I want you to come to bash me. I want to come to tap me out. I need to be tapped out by my student. Like say, if I want to get tapped out, I want to get tapped out by my students, you know. So come full on.
I love that, man. You know, that is such an interesting point. Like I realized my jiu-jitsu improved a lot once my coach left. And the reason for that is because I was spending so much time trying to look good in front of him or get it right or give him too much respect, as you're saying. Now all my coaches, they could be my grandkid. They could be my kid. And I don't respect, I love them and I respect their jiu-jitsu, but as human beings, I'm not intimidated at all, right? So now it's an open slather for me. I want as much knowledge as I can get. I'm growing in a very similar way to exactly what you just said, man. Like too much respect causes a lack of growth. I'm right there with you.
Oh, 100%. Especially like being happy for you guys. Like you said, your dad left you guys, you know, like happy for me. When I come here, I was not have no one above me to tell me what to do, to help me improve. So I need to use my students as white belts. Like I remember when I was competing in 2013, 2011 there back in Melbourne, and a lot of people say, Fabio, you've been beat a lot of big names. Who's your training partner? And they'll say my students, you know, white belts are blue belts. I need to build up the training for myself because I don't have no one to tap me out, you know, but I need to create, like, I cannot push myself. I need to put myself in a bad positions, like I let people, Fabio, we pass your guard. Yeah, you pass my guard, you melt, I escape. You come side control, I recover. You go into my back, I escape. So I always put myself in a bad situation to be able to improve myself, because to create the training partners, like no one was higher than me.
Yeah.
So I needed to, and especially big boys used to be hard, So I needed to create the training for myself to be able to improve. And always I said to my students, guys, it's pretty funny because a lot of black belts come to my academies, and each black belt take one way. You know what I mean? Like have black belts say, oh, no, you need to respect me because I'm black belt. For me, I say, guys, on the rolling, I want you to come full on. I want you to come to tap me out. Have black belts pass to my academy. They got upset when the lower belts go full on with them. Oh, this guy no respect. I say, no, wait. There's no about respect. There's about like, for sure, the guys want to roll with black belts, they want to test themselves. If they be able to have it over the black belt, then like the white belt want to go over the blue belt to show he's a little bit above. And the blue belts want to fight the purple belts. And like say, everybody want to fight the black belts. But a lot of people who roll back in the day with me, no one respect me. I love that. People want to come to hunt me, want to come to try to tap me out. I love that. But I have a lot of black belts when the guys go full on versus him. They complain to me. They say, Fabio, oh man, the guy no respect. He coming full on. I say, wait. You say there is no respect? I say, man, you need can you no handle these lower belts? So take your belts off. I have. It's pretty funny. Like I have so many dramas. Like brown belts complain about purple belts. I said, bro, why you complain? Oh man, he coming full on. Wait, can you no handle there? Take your belt, put a lower belt, bro. So you are high belt. You should not be complaining because people try to tap you out. You should make sure you control them.
I love you.
Yeah.
That's an amazing view.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's right. And
there's
Fabio,
it's a little bit fucking up mentality, but yeah.
I like it, man. I like
no, it's right. It's how it is. You should be able to, defend yourself against people of a lower rank, or hold your own at least against their lower rank. They shouldn't be better than you. So yeah, 100%. And over the weekend, you competed at a tournament. You've put a post recently on Facebook about it. You hurt your knee last week, so you were unsure about whether you compete or not because you didn't want to do further damage, but I guess you still went ahead and you won. So can you talk to us about that? What happened there?
Yeah, what's happened? I was like, I just come back from the nationals, and like I always take my 3 days off. I look at the big guys in the comp and say, you know what? I've been hunting the big guys now. So I have a big guy. I want to compete. Finally, have a big guy in Australia. So I sign up like on Wednesday night, like 10 o'clock. I look the guys up. I'm going to sign up. So I sign up to the comp. So I start my camp training on Thursday. So Thursday and Friday. It was pretty funny because like I trained Thursday night, then I trained Friday morning, and I went and it was a public holiday in Gold Coast. So I drove to Brisbane to train Friday night with my students. And I was training. I went to apply a leg lock in my students. So I was in a half guard. I spin to the leg lock. So I was on top, very slow playing, work the legs. Unfortunately, his body stuck my calves. His whole body went on top of my calves, and I tried to move. I twist my knee, and I heard a pop. Oof. And I was getting very scared. I said, fuck. And if my professor there, who worked Paulo, he said, because I tell people to no training on Fridays or before fight. I said, man, it is what it is. And I could not move my leg very well. So I had a good friend, a chiropractor, Shade, here. And I said, Shade, can you have a look? Just make sure it's no ligaments. I was very scared about the ligaments. Then he have a look. He said, Fabio, is the top of the calves muscle, and the little bone, you fracture that little bit. And there was Saturday, and I said, man, I want to compete on Sunday. He said, what time you compete? I said, a middle day. So he said, oh, Fabio, if you be able to bring your heel to your bum, you go ahead. You're going to be able to compete. Then I wake up in the morning, like I've been put ice on all Saturday. Then come in the morning, I start going to my knees on the floor. Imagine I was in guard position, like in someone's guard. And they could no put my heels against my bum. And they said, man, my daughter here said, I'm going to go out this fight, I think. Mm-hmm. But like my head was like, go out. But my heart could not let say, no, you're going to do. So it's like two people, the devil and the angel talking in my head, So I put a knee brace. And I said, the knee brace was hold my leg to going back a little bit so I feel a little bit more comfortable. So I say, okay, man, you're going to fight. And I like to strike. I like to exchange, stand up as well. I say, let's see if I'll be able to move, for going for takedowns. So I was a little bit able to move. And they say, you know what? I'm going to compete, man. Like I said, like I need to do that. So I went there, and they say, it's no ligament. So whatever damage is going to happen after, I just take a couple of days break, and go from there. The next competition is going to be far away anyway. So yeah, I went there. So I just make sure no one puts me a close guard, So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play very smart, very, defensive, very aware, be careful with my leg. And yeah, I end up doing very well. I feel a little bit when I get mounting the guy was pushing my nails, feel a little bit sore, but I say, let's I'm here already. So whatever damage is going to be done, I just take a break after. And I end up, did 3 fights, 3 submissions. And I end up doing well, winning. And like people say, like they have the saying, you can teach a heart. And that's true, like when your heart, like my head say no, but my heart say yes. And I went there. I have one of my students say, supposed to fight as well. I say, why you didn't fight? I feel my shoulders a little bit sore. I say, bro, you don't fight because of that. My knee, I damaged my knee. And all my students say, Fabio, you're crazy. You're competing. I say, man, I go for it, like I said, is they hungry for fight. They hungry for the love of jiu-jitsu, So I would I could not lose this opportunity to compete, So back in the day, I could not compete because I don't have people to compete. So I decided to compete because finally I have someone to compete. Absolutely. So this America go just I have 2 legs anyway,
Yeah, we've got a spare 3.
So I use the other.
Yeah. And you were also on BOA, weren't you? Back around July. So what was that?
Yeah. I went to compete in BOA as well. I was training for fight Duke Dyer. I never know say his name properly, but he's a very good guy. Yeah, Duke Dyer. Yeah. And I supposed to compete against him. He's a very good judo black belt, younger guy. So he ended up getting some flu or like get some really bad. So he ended up pull out in the last minutes. And I have the luck to have Daniel. Forgot his last name, Daniel. They're local from Melbourne. Sure. Yeah.
Oh, what a weird. Yeah.
So he ended up jumping, and the guy ended up start, like I said, I get older. 5-10 minutes for me is getting a little bit push on. I like to fight 6 minutes, master weight, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I say, fuck, the guy's 24 years old.
That's right. I want to ask you about that, Fabio, about going against people much younger, because this is my problem as well. So, I mean, I'm even older than you, but how do you go? Do you change your strategy or do you just say, no, same? Same.
Like, I'm going to tell a lot of people, I very rare studied my opponents, you know what I mean? I look very little bit about them. Example, I know Duke Dyer, he was a black belt judo, but I love to strike. I love to exchange stand up as well. I love takedowns. I mean, white belt, but I love judo. And always. So, like I say, I knew he was good in judo, so I said I'm gonna exchange for him. But then we changed the opponent for Daniel, And like I did not study the game. I fought Daniel before as well in the nationals last year. No, in 2000 was before. No, it was last year, I think.
They did them at the beginning of the year. The nationals from last year, they put them in February.
No. So was the one was the one before? Was the one, I think was before the lockdown or just
okay.
after the lockdown? Yeah. I ended up for him as well. Like this younger boy, you know, like he was maybe 22, 23.
Yeah.
And they said, you know what? I just jump in. I say I go like. Then I end up losing for a little mistake I did. You know, he got 2 points and he fought very well. Like was not he did very well, and he's very up on the testosterone in his body. You know, he's young, so he's been training very well. He just coming off camp training from DCC. You know, he's been doing so well. So yeah, he did very well the victory. You know, and yeah, did well. You know, like I said, I've been competing. The only thing I felt in my body is for being competing so many years. I know the hungry. I started to lose the hungries and like you know, like for do a proper training camp. You know, so everybody said, Fabio, it's pretty fun. Like, example for the nationals, I competed in the nationals there. I went to the drive to the Grand Ocean Road. You know, I went to do little tourist. And guys said, Fabio, you should be training. I said, man, I train all my life. I train all my life. I've been training over 22 years of my life, just training full on. I want to enjoy a little bit. I went there, do the Grand Ocean Road Drive, then competing. Like when I was fighting the BOA, you know, I didn't know no training the way I should train when I was younger, the way I used to love to train. So I felt a little bit in 10 minutes now, yes, is a little bit different, you know. So I felt a little bit my fitness, and a lot of people say, Fabio, it's pretty fun, but it's like at the last 2-3 minutes, we felt you look like you guys out. I said, for sure, guys out. You know, I need to train it properly. You know, and yeah, I've been like So it was my mistake, but the guy fought very well. He did 2 fights in the night as well. He fought a Tito, is a other big guy as well. So like I say, the guys is well done for him. He's in fire at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. When he was a purple belt, he was smashing other black belts. I ran a comp and he came in and he's like, "Can I jump in with the black belts?" And he destroyed them all weights, everything. You know? So I mean, he's a special kind of trainer. He's got some genetic.
He's hungry.
Yeah, he's hungry. He's got a great mindset. When you you know, in the start of the podcast, you were talking about how when people come at you, you want them to come at you full force, even if they're a white belt, blue belt, but whoever, right? If you lose to these people, how do you deal with that? What do you like? Does that, considering you want everyone to be coming at you full force all the time, and a lot of people, that really hurts the ego. Like if I get tapped by a white belt, which can happen every once in a while, I'll be like, shit, man, what the hell? Should I give this sport up? Am I getting too old? Like, how do you deal with this? What do you do?
Like but you say this means like I say at the gym, because like you know, a Roy floor belt at the gym. Like in my academy, I'm gonna say I want to get tapped out by them. You know, I want them to tap me out. So it means the work I've been doing be going well. Because like I say, if my students like tap me out, I know the type of guy like let people tap me out. I let people take my back. I let people melt, but no tap me out. And if they tap me out, they really did because they deserve, you know, the victory in the match. Let's say, you know, because I don't like to let people tap me out, you know. But like say, I happen before I have like a few lower belts, you know, tap me out, you know, and I like I say, I got very happy and excited because I say now. He tapped me out. He said, "Now I'm gonna train more." You know, and you need that. You know, you need to lose it to improve.
Yeah.
If you just keep in the top, you're never gonna improve. So you need to lose to improve. So all the time, lower belt, so happy my training, people tap me out, make me more hungry. Okay, like it's not their fault, and it make me proud for say, "Whoa, I built up a beast," and the second make now I want to train more. Because I'm gonna roll with these guys more time in the one hit to try to tap me out again. So make me like make me depression, not make me upset, you know. But for example, at the competitions, sometimes when I lose, make me, oh man, do you think it's time to retire? like how they go, like, maybe they're hungry anymore, like, you should step in. I was talking on the nationals. I ended up fight my first match with Kiri is from Dominance, and it got a little bit I hate the first fight. The first fight for me is where I'm so nervous. I'm so like, don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I end up like, I was trying, it's pretty crazy. Like, I'm 115 or 116. And like, I was trying to ball in the guy, you know what I mean? And like, so it's like I said, I had all the fights I fought in other, was the Pumpex. I think it was the Pumpex as well. And my students always scream outside, berimbolo. And then that did the berimbolo in the guy. And the guy said, yeah, I have a video for that. Like, it was crazy, yeah. So like I said, I'm a big guy, but sometimes I think in my head, it's pretty funny. I think I'm like 60 kilos, 70 kilos.
That's amazing.
So yeah, in the way I fought the guy, this kid, he was a good judo. Like I saw his sport. I'm not sure.
He is. I think he's had a black belt in judo. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a black belt judo. So I said, I'm not gonna try to stand up for this guy. I'm gonna just pull, and gonna try to work my guards. I'm gonna try to work my de la rivas or my half guard. So I ended up doing very well. I attack all the time, but at the last minute, the last 5 seconds, I went to half guard. I love play half guard. Half guard for me where I feel very secure to my game, But he didn't touch my head, so I don't realize I was a little bit confused and say, fuck, I give one advantage to him. Sorry for the story. I said, I give one advantage to him. But I looked, the referee didn't give the advantage. And I was a little bit confused. So I was playing me shield. And at the last second, I said, I'm going to try to do my sweep when he hugged my head. So when he touched my head, the referee give advantage. I said, fuck. And then I don't realize he need to stabilize the half guard. It was a little bit. So he ended up 1-by-1 advantage. And the referee said, Fabio, I said, man, what's the advantage? He said, Fabio, you were winning because you will have more, you will push the pace more, the fight. So you try more things. So you was winning, but you left, he hug your head. So you end up losing. And they give me a little bit pissed off, make me pissed off. So I was thinking, man, maybe it's time to retire. After I have that lose, I said, nah, I'm going to fight the open weights. And I was so hungry. Yeah. So make me like build up. Like I said, when you lose, so you need to lose sometimes for make build up something in your heart. So was I slapped my face, and make me like coming more hungry, And I was talking to my students, say, guys, before the open weights, I say, guys, I was talking to one of my students, I don't know, man, do you think I should retire? I'm getting old for this, have these guys young, like I also no losing, now I've been losing, like, and say, Fab, come on, like, And I fight, I end up winning, come back here, sign up for the next comp. So, I say it's no time to retire yet, time to keep enjoying the fight.
That's it. Fantastic. I think, have you got one more question, Anton? Or
well, I just want to know, do you have a fight name? And if so, is it like the Bull Rider? Because it should be, man.
It's pretty funny. Like, not many people knew about this, my like a little bit cowboy side, like
cowboy. Brazilians make great but cowboy is such a
cowboys.
Great
they make great bull riders. In America, a lot of the Brazilians be taking over the bull riding there.
Yeah.
If you watch the movie The Fearless in the Netflix, tell a little bit, and like it's pretty fun. I never have a nickname. A few people call me the Big Bear because you're nice like a teddy bear, but you're a big boy. So, but no.
Yeah. Any final words? We're nearly out of time, Fabio. Any last thoughts?
Man, like I said, is just just keep training, keep listening to your heart, and I think that's what changed a lot in this martial art industry, in the fight industries. They had, when you go into competitions, what takes a lot of people is the head pressure, the mental. A lot of people get so nervous, the mental, and like I said, try to put your hearts in from your head. You know what I mean? And try to, like say, if you train hard, fight easy, and that's true. You know what I mean? We train hard to try to fight easy. So put like say, I put a lot in my head, man. No one be training more than me. So you know, these guys cannot beat me because I've been training very hard. You know, and if they beat me, yes, they did really well. You know, I think that's my saying. You know, like in the a lot of my students like to come lead by example. You know, see the old duck. You know, the old duck still competing, still fighting. You know, and I have a lot of students who come to me and say, come sometimes from a different academy and say, Fabio, you know what I love about you? You are a professor and you competing, because I have a lot of professors who not competing these days, you know.
Sure.
So yeah, that creates me a lot of respect with my students as well, you know, for the fact that I'm still there competing, you know, puts myself there.
Yeah,
I love it, man.
I think I saw you already sign up for Pan Packs. So
already now, Pan Packs 100%, you know,
yeah.
like there's a
Fantastic. Awesome. So yeah, if we don't see you before, we will see you there. Look out, everyone. You'll be coming hungry by the sound of it.
So. Cowboys coming your way.
Yeah, Cowboys coming now.
Yay. Awesome. Well, we'll have this out probably in a couple of weeks, about 2 weeks or so. If you could share it with your social media, that would be fantastic. Help us to grow our audience. And we look forward to seeing you on the mats.
Yeah, 100%. Any
questions?
You guys have any other questions as well?
So I'm a bit scared to come and train at your academy. I have to come like 100% prepared. They're coming at me hard.
No. It's not like that.
We're out of time. The time is about to click off, man. Thank you so much for your time. You're a rock star.
All right. Thanks, Fabio.
Thanks so much for inviting me. It was a pleasure to be here.
Anytime.
I look forward to see you guys.
Awesome,
we'll
man.
see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.